Okay, so let's now look at calculating our daily energy expenditure, our personal expenditure, so we can then create and, more importantly, stick to that deficit or energy deficit. So this calculation we use is 10 for men. It's slightly different for men and women, so I'm going to go through it for men first. So 10, and then we times that by our weight in kilos. So I'm 80 kilos. So 10 times 80, and then obviously I've written this down, I know this sum, but I won't remember it, and memory, and also like trainers, they're not very good at counting numbers. One more rep, two more reps, so they're not the greatest at counting. But yeah, so we're then plus 625, and then we times that by our height, so our height in centimetres. So I'm around 6 foot, so that I'm going to go 182 centimetres. So we've got 10 times 80 kilos, our weight in kilos, plus 6.25 times height in centimetres. Then we minus 5, and then we times our age. And I am now 49. Yes, 49, which is why it's about health and longevity. Now, I don't know how I feel about being 49, but obviously I lost my mum at 47, so mostly gratitude. Now, the next thing is we plus that by 5. And that gives us our BMR, what we need to exist just for being. Now, everything's the same for ladies apart from this last one. So instead of plus 5, we minus 161. So it's 10 times your weight in kilos plus 6.25 times your height in centimetres minus 5 times your age plus 5 for men, or minus 161 for ladies. Now, this comes in at 1692.5 for me. That's my basal metabolic rate. That's what I need just to exist. But then we need to add our activity. So for activity, if you're sedentary, you don't do a lot, we times this BMR by 1.2. If you're active, moderately active, like 1.4, active, more active, maybe 1.5, 1.6, and if you're very active, like where I am, 1.8, 1.9, because I'm always on the move, I'm always kind of active recovery. I train 3 times a week. I've got my active recovery in between, back care, walking, stretching, flexibility, all this stuff increases my non-exercise activity. I'm also demonstrating, so like I say, I'm super active. So this gives me my my daily expenditure, and then what we're going to do, so for example, if it was yours, we're just going to go for 2,000, say that's your BMR and your activity, you've worked that out. Now we want to incorporate or create a energy deficit, so you're looking around about 15%. That's where I would start. You could always increase it to 20%, so that then gives us 1,700 calories or energy per day. And then what you'll do is you'll look to consume a well-balanced diet, not too much junk, cut out the processed a little bit. You know, you can have a little bit, but as long as you're staying within this calories. But if you're only consuming it with junk, then obviously that's only going to cause like bloating, tiredness. You know, put energy, put good things in, get good things out, but we need to kind of reduce that inflammation.